Hi friends, today we are going to be making our symmetrical bugs. Now your bug could be based off of a real bug and you can use some of the pictures, or you can make up your own bug, but we're going to make at least 2 bugs. If you want to make more than that, that's totally fine. You can even make 1 bug and 2 smaller bugs, or 2 big bugs, or use another piece of paper and add some more. Now what you need for this project is a white piece of paper, a black piece of paper, a pencil, a glue, scissors, and if you want to add some color to your background, you can use crayons, colored pencils, or markers. Now, if you do not have these colored papers, that is totally fine. You can use really whatever colored paper you want to cut out your bugs. You could even use a white piece of paper and color it the color that you wanted. You just need 2 pieces of paper, preferably 2 different pieces, but that's up to you and what you have. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take our black piece of paper and we're going to fold it in half, hamburger style. So hamburger style, not hot dog style. Then I'm going to open my paper up, and right along the fold I am going to cut, creating 2 pieces of paper. So I want to create 2 bugs. Now that I have my 2 pieces of paper, I'm going to fold them in half, hot dog style. Now, I had some friends who wanted to make more of like a butterfly or something like that. You can fold it hamburger style just so that you have a bigger space for your wings. But if you want to make a taller bug, I would recommend folding it. Hamburgers, or hot dog style. I'll do both ways so you can see what I mean. So I folded one hot dog style, and I'll fold the other one hamburger style. You could even do this to make a smaller, wider bug if you want. Now, in order to make our insect perfectly symmetrical, is we're going to draw half the bug on one side. We're going to leave it folded. We're going to cut our bug out, and then when we open it up, it's going to be exactly the same on both sides. The key to doing that, though, is making sure that when you draw your insect that it starts on the fold. You don't want to start it on the opening, this part, because when we cut it, we're going to have 2 separate pieces. If that happens, you can always glue them back together, but it's nice when your bug is all one piece, kind of like these, okay? So we're going to have it folded in half. We're going to draw half of our bug, and then when we cut it out and open it up, it's going to be exactly the same on both sides. So here's kind of an example of what it's going to look like once it's drawn. Folded, making sure that we start our drawing on the folded side. Alright, so I'm going to start with my piece of paper that I folded hot dog style. I'm going to be drawing with a white crayon just so that you can see it better, but a pencil will work just fine because you'll be able to see the pencil. If you're having trouble, always can use a white crayon or colored pencil. So when you're making your bug, things to remember: start on the fold, not the opening. Do not make your legs or antenna too thin, because when you're cutting it out, it's going to be a little bit harder and might break off. Also, don't get too close to this fold. You really want your bug to kind of come out and then come back in. When we get too close, sometimes it can cut our bugs into pieces, so make sure that you leave some space. Not going to worry about the little shapes and designs on the inside just yet. So let's first start thinking about our antennas. So I'm going to start my bug, maybe I'll start with an antenna. So I'm going to make my antenna kind of curl in, or curl out and then in. Then I'm going to curve it around for the head here. Maybe I'll make little pinchers too, kind of going out. Again, you can do your bug based off of a bug you've seen, or you can make up your own bug. It's up to you. And I'm going to make the head kind of go back in. Now I'm going to make a leg that goes out. Maybe add a little texture to that leg. Make it go down. And I'm going to add another leg. How it goes out and down. Again, you can use some pictures for inspiration, or you can make up your own bug. Curve it back in. Maybe do a little spike at the bottom. Okay? what I remembered is make an antenna, make sure you do the head, make sure you add legs, make sure that you do the body, and make sure that when I start it's on the fold and when I end it's on the fold. It's not like my line ends somewhere out here. Now that I have the shape of my bug, I'm going to add some shapes inside of it to make it look more interesting, because when we cut it out, we have those shapes inside of it instead of just black space. So I'm going to start with maybe half of a circle. Again, starting on the fold, ending at the fold. Now I'm going to do a diamond shape, or half a diamond shape, which looks like a triangle. Maybe another kind of shape here. Starts on the fold, ends on the fold. Not touching any of that outline of my bug. Okay? Once you're done, you will keep your paper folded as you cut your bug out. I would recommend cutting your bug out first around the outside edge, then keeping your bug folded, and then cutting out the shapes. I'll do that for my butterfly that I'm going to do next. But now, if you are doing a paper that has been folded hamburger style, I'll show you another one here. So again, I'm going to make like a moth or a butterfly. So again, I'm going to start at the top, making sure it's on the fold, not the opening. Okay, I'm going to start with that antenna, have it kind of go out and back in. Then I'm going to make the wing kind of go out and then down, and then I'm going to make another bottom wing, kind of comes in, and then the body. Okay, again, you can make yours however you want. It could be different. I'm going to add some shapes. Now with the butterfly, the body's a lot skinnier, so I'm going to make my shapes kind of go deep into the wing here rather than just stay right here. If you feel like your bug's too thin and you can't add shapes, that's okay too. I'm going to make one shape kind of go down and up like that, and then maybe I'll do another one up, 1, 2, and then maybe I'll just do like a circle, really small circle where the head is. Maybe 2 circles. Okay? Alright, when I am cutting out my bug, I'm going to start by keeping the paper folded. I'm just going to go around the outside of my bug. If at any point you feel like your bug is getting too skinny in the spot, just leave some of the paper around it so you don't accidentally cut it off. And I kind of turn the paper as I'm going. Doing the outside shape of the bug first, and then I'll go back and cut out those shapes. Okay, so now I've cut out the outside shape. I'm going to keep it folded, okay, making sure I keep it folded while I cut out these shapes here. Don't open it up. That would be a lot harder. Okay, there's those two. These 2 little circles here. Being really careful because it does, as you cut it out, your paper's thinner, you don't want to rip it. Okay, so now I have half of my butterfly. I'm going to open my butterfly up, and I have my really cool butterfly. Now if you open yours up and you're like, you know, I wish I did something a little bit differently, maybe I want kind of a shape here, I might go back in. Maybe add, again, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to jazz it up a bit, make some more shapes. I feel like there's a lot of black space here. You do not have to do this. This is just me adding some more detail. I even said that you could, if you wanted to, draw some patterns on top of your bug, but if you're using black paper, it would have to be with a white crayon or colored pencil. All right, that's better. I like that. So now that I have my butterfly and I have my other bug that I drew and cut out, I am going to glue them onto my paper. Now, you can lay it out however you want. Mine are kind of big, so they might have to hang off the paper a little bit. But however you want to lay them on your paper and glue them is up to you. Now, if you have time, this white piece of paper, before you glue it, you could even color it in. You could take some crayons and blend some colors, do some kind of a cool pattern background there for you. It's really up to you. If you run out of time, it really looks cool, just the black and the white as well, kind of just that silhouette look. But again, that is up to you. I hope you had fun. Can't wait to see what you make.